I could have cooked with this one, but what I'm starting to see is, to me, my issues is it's soft. It's soft. It's soft. It seems like they trying to preach a false gospel. It seems like they're trying to be this all inclusive type of thing. I don't want to step on nobody's toes or nothing like that. And I don't know what Bible they reading, but I never saw that in the Bible. If you was gonna preach something, if you were gonna come before people talking about God, you had to come with it. And most times, like with the prophets or with Jesus, with Paul, you think these dudes was coming around trying to preach some soft, all-inclusive type of message? Nah, they came with the truth, whether people liked it or not. You know what I'm saying? There was something that Jesus preached, and he lost disciples after he finished preaching. He lost a lot of disciples because they ain't like what he had to say. You think he changed the message? You think he changed what the mission was because people didn't accept it? No, he kept going. And who stayed. So, and when I say soft, there's a specific part I'm always looking for in these messages, and that is sin. You can't tell the gospel message without sin, because that's just what happened. We rebelled against God. We chose ourselves. We put ourselves before him. Sin enters the world, and we got what we got now. But if you're trying to get people to give their life to God, you got to show them a reason why they need God. And ultimately, that's because when you sit before God, as good as you thought you lived your life, it's nothing in comparison to his righteousness. And that's just the facts. Some people try to think if I do more good than bad deeds, I'll be straight. It's not going to happen. So, I think you have to address the sin aspect, because sin is what separates us from God. Another thing I felt like they could have did, where's the scriptures at? They put their link up there, but they didn't put the scripture up there. So even if there's a bunch of people that's looking and Jesus washed feet, give me the scripture that showed me where he was washing feet at, so they could go right to it. You know what I'm saying? So I felt they could have did that. Just to make it easier for people to follow up and things like that. And I just feel like when you preach a message or when you give a message, you should give the scripture or whatever it is like that, I guess. Especially when you putting something out like this to millions of people, why not put the scripture up there, the chapter and the verse? So that was my thing. I just felt like it was soft, and it's not really a clear message of the gospel. You feel me? So that was one thing. Another thing, this whole he gets us idea. How does this convict the unbeliever? Because when you say, oh, he gets you. Yeah, but how does this cause the person to think I need to change? It's really given like no conviction, and it sounds like, oh, keep sinning. God understands you. God understands it's hard for you to be sinless, but keep on sinning. It's all good. Like, nah, like it has to be a message that makes people see that, oh, snap, like I really got to change. And God is calling me to change. So I felt like, I feel like they missed the mark with that idea as well, because he gets us is just, I mean, I get it. I get y'all, but I think it could be better. And then I also felt like I think I was bringing it up earlier. I feel like they was targeting believers. So when you say Jesus didn't teach hate, he washed feet, who are you talking to? Because Jesus was washing his disciples' feet. An unbeliever who don't even know Jesus, why are they going to wash somebody's feet? I remember I was listening to somebody, he was saying he thought it was some sort of soap or some sort of skincare that was about to be promoted. And then they saw Jesus. So it wasn't like they felt like it wasn't a clear message. You know what I'm saying? And then so it's like who are you trying to get to make the change? Are you trying to get believers to not air quote hate? And I feel like when we talking about the world, or when you trying to address the world, they take anything as hate. You disagree with their stance, oh, that's hate. And that's crazy to me, you know what I'm saying? So much for freedom of speech. But to the unbelievers, it's like, all right, to believers, Jesus didn't teach hate. Unbelievers, it's all good. Like you don't gotta, he gets you. He gets all of you. Everybody that's an unbeliever, he gets y'all. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, yo, I'm kind of over this joint, to be real. Because I feel like they not telling it right. So then I remember my brother, he had asked me, he was like, yo, man, so what would you have done? If you was in the marketing room, what were you going to pitch? So I was telling him that my idea, I was cool with it's about a minute video. So I'm cool with the pictures. That's fine. So I'm thinking like the first 25 seconds, you know what I'm saying? I would have went ahead and about the first 25 seconds, I would have went ahead and I would have used pictures of people who are not clean, people that just look dirty or whatever it is like that. I would have used pictures like that. Then the next 5 seconds, I probably would have had black background with words, kind of like how they have their "He Gets Us" thing, black background, yellow font type of thing. And I would have put sin leaves us unclean, right? Then, so that's about 30 seconds. So for the next about 20 seconds, I would have used pictures. They could have used the pictures that they already been using, people getting their feet washed or whatever it is like that. But the next 20 seconds, I would have used pictures of people that are actually clean. Or, like I said, the picture with them getting their feet washed or whatever like that. So you have sin leaves us unclean. Then I would have put, but the blood of Jesus makes us clean, right? And then I would have put the chapter or a verse or whatever it is like that. Or you keep but Jesus washed, or Jesus washed feet, or whatever it is like that. Then you put the chapter and verse of what that passage is where he was washing feet. Because I know that when he was washing the disciples' feet, Peter was like, yo, I should be washing you. But Jesus was telling him, if I don't clean you,